Coming up next, it's a UFC women's flyweight division matchup. Well, she's one of the more well-rounded fighters, DC, that we have in this division. A true mixed martial artist. Her first martial art was MMA. That certainly helps.
Yes, she's a new breed of fighter. A fighter that, as a young girl, she was brought into a gym. And in that gym, she told the coaches, I don't want to wrestle. I don't want to do jiu-jitsu. I don't want to kickbox and box. I want to do it all.
Right.
Is there an MMA class for my daughter to take part in? She did that from day one, and you see all that development over the course of a lifetime has led her to the octagon, where she is already making her impact.
Yeah, she said, I didn't want to get to the UFC until I was 100% comfortable in every situation. So far, so good for her. She's got a big one in front of her here tonight. Well, she is about as accomplished a submission specialist as we have in this division, and candidly, not many women are able to stand up to that type of challenge.
It's very difficult to try and fight a specialist in the position that they are so good at getting you to, because it's her ability to trick you into grappling with her that makes her so special. And when you're on step 2 of a jiu-jitsu exchange, she's already graduated.
Right.
School's already out of session by the time you're ready to go into the classroom. Because the moment you leave any limb hanging, you leave the arm down, arm bar is already thrown up on you. You get too low on her hips, she throws up the triangle choke. If you get too high with your body, she'll be rolling knee bar, ankle lock, leg lock. It does not matter. There are just so many submissions in her arsenal that you are constantly in danger.
School's out for summer, champ. We'll see how quickly she can get this fight to the ground tonight. All right, almost ready to go with this one. Here is tonight's tale of the tape. So these fighters are just a year apart. Some differences in height and reach. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 21 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, Jannifer Maia! And now introducing your opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record of 6 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Ashlee Evans-Smith! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata.
You ready?
All right, so here we go, as anticipated as any fight on this card tonight. A well-rounded fighter versus the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. How do you see it playing out?
This fight can go 2 ways. This can look ugly for the jiu-jitsu fighter. She could be forced to stand. She's in a lot of trouble. She needs to take this fight to the ground as soon as she can in order to win the fight.
Man, her striking looks clean tonight, timing on point.
Her timing on point, her accuracy is on point. She's very busy. She's in a good flow.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Effective punch there by Evans-Smith. So both girls landing right out of the chute. Evans-Smith's head kick looked like that one was blocked. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. All right, so now she engages in the tie clinch, and of course, if you're fighting hands as the opponent, you leave everything else wide open.
You leave everything open, and she will dig big, brutal knees to the body. Big kick land. Big leg kick land.
Well, she's been good tonight, but she missed without it. Well, she connects with a right hand. She loves that right hand, and why not?
It's her best punch, and if her opponent doesn't change something, she's gonna go to sleep. Powerful leg kick lands.
Oh! Huge connection by her there.
Lower the curtain. Bring the cast out. Bring the cast. Take the ball. The night's over.
Well, she's so confident in her defense and her ability to block shots, and now you see why.
You see all she learned from her background in boxing that allows her to be so effective defensively. Left hand punch in the clinch.
Oh, huge knee to the head. And a knee. Back and forth we go. All right, so will the elbows and knees soon... Nice takedown defense there, and promptly scrambles back to her feet. Well done.
Good punch land. Nice leg kick.
Ooh. Under a minute to go in what has been a wild round one. Back in the clinch now. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. All right, so both fighters now sort of struggling for position here in the clinch. When you find yourself in this situation, what do you do to get out of it?
Anytime it's very tough, anytime you're chest to chest, you have nowhere to go, I think to myself, underhook. Whoever's winning the underhook is winning the clinch battle.
Second round, straight ahead. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
Round two underway.
Nice straight punch.
Evans-Smith gets hit by that leg kick, so maybe that one gets her attention.
Real sneaky body.
Ooh.
Another clinch position. Right hand punch in the clinch.
And there's a takedown attempt. Oh, she tangled with that uppercut.
Big shot to the head.
All right, so again, we find ourselves here in the clinch where there are obviously no shortage of subtleties and nuances. A lot of motions in here that maybe are lost on the casual.
Absolutely, and it's gonna be the underhook. For all the things that happen in this position, the person winning and controlling the underhook battle is the one out ahead.
And she's doubling up on the jab there. Wild attempt with the right hand there. Just over 3 minutes to go in round two.
Again, back into this position.
Oh, there's a takedown attempt.
Right hand punch in the clinch.
Well, she was a little bit hesitant in round one, but there, I'm not sure her opponent knows where she is. She's in the octagon.
She can't possibly know where she is right now after taking such a massive head kick.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. I'm not sure her striking has ever looked better, DC, finding the range with relative ease here tonight.
She's doing a great job of timing everything. She is seeing everything out there.
And she connects with a punch there. We'll see if she can follow it up now.
She's been landing at a super high rate. She's in a great flow right now.
Well, we sat down with her on Thursday. She said it's all coming together, and she has put on a striking clinic tonight. Clearly her best performance in the UFC.
The only danger was if her opponent could get her to the ground. She could not, and you saw how well a high-level striker could work whenever she's very comfortable.
Well, there's no denying her power. She has been pretty accurate here tonight, but she's the type of fighter when she goes to the she's thrown tonight. Her opponent's hurt.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
Oh, and with conviction, she moves right into half guard.
Without much effort, she was able to pass from her full guard right into half guard.
While her opponent is squirming, and this might be the beginning of the end, the ground and pound strikes continue to land at will.
She's landing it over and over again. She needs to make sure that when she's chasing the finish, she doesn't get excited and put it in position.
2 rounds in the books. All right, let's get you some replays from that previous round, DC. I thought she mixed it up beautifully on the feet.
Yeah, she did a great job. I mean, she landed everything. She showed a complete example of what her mixed martial arts game has become as she's been in the UFC now for a little bit of time.
All right, here we go with our next round. I know you said off the top she might have the best kicking game in this division, and if the previous round is any indication, those words, I think, are pretty true.
John, honestly, watching after that round, it feels like she may have the best kicking game in the whole UFC.
Wow.
Because her opponent has not been able to see or stop any of them. Why would she not continue down this path?
Oh, she continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like she did in the previous round. It's one thing to be aggressive, but also efficient. She is certainly doing that. Pretty good right hand.
Beautiful body kick. Good punch.
Some nice power there with the left hook up there. Oh! That is it.
What a performance!
I'm not sure she could have drawn it up much better. Just a beautiful strike to end the fight for her opponent, who candidly may not have even seen that flush shot coming. So this is exactly the way she drew it up. She told us during fight week that she had to find a way to finish this fight, to send a message to the rest of this division. Message sent. Here now, Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliano's going to stop to this contest at 1 minute, 13 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Ashlee Evans-Smith.
Well, you see the raw emotions and the happiness out of her in her corner. What a result here tonight as she gets it done by knockout.
I mean, she could not have imagined that it would go this well. I know she said it would happen, but when it does, I mean, it's joy like nothing you've ever felt before. You don't expect it.